See here though, it's looking like white. See?
Is this light better? I do shoot a lot, which is why I do a full face of makeup quite often. But I'm very loyal to the products. I've bought them like over and over and over again. I'm not the kind of person who will try new things.
I like getting really creative with my makeup. I like planning my outfits in a way that like it looks like a whole look together. My constants are my liner and usually it's dark lipsticks.
I only get out of the house with lipstick, and if I'm feeling pretty, I apply mascara. One day I just ran out of kajal and I stopped using kajal.
What? You stopped using kajal because it got over?
I realized I look fresh and people live under the illusion that I have amazing skin now because I just stopped using kajal.
What I normally do with my face is that I wash it and I put moisturizer. Even when a friend's putting makeup, they have like the wrong shades that don't match my skin. They're all lighter than me perhaps. Maybe a reason why I don't use makeup is because I never put makeup and be like, oh, it makes me look better. I'd just be like, oh, I look like a clown now. It's all like white on my face.
I was very lucky. We were sent a whole bunch of foundation by NYX. That's how I ran into that shade. It was the best. It suited my skin tone. It was the exact color. My mom took it from me because it was so good. And after she stole my foundation, thanks mom, I had to go for Lakme because at the time that's what I could afford.
I've gone to places and tried to like swatch, and very often the women who are at the counters, they suggest foundations that are lighter than I am. I feel like at that moment in that certain lighting, I think it's all right and I think it's fine. But then when I come home and I try it on, it's like it's not even close to my skin tone.
I asked the lady at the counter, could you help me out? I ended up with a foundation that's 2 shades lighter. The amount of compact I have to put to like compensate, it's horrible. Every time I put on a full face of makeup with that, I end up like breaking out.
It's the first thing that hits your skin. You want to invest in something that's apt for your skin type.
I agree.
I did like 6 months of research behind mine. I would like zoom into people's pictures and reviews. I would read about ingredient list. I would go over to the Bobbi Brown like station and just keep going. Ye ingredient kya hai? Ye ingredient. Batao, batao.
Wow.
Mine's the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour coverage in warm sun. I went to a place called Beautiful. They had quite a few brands. I tried PAC, I tried Lakme, I tried Maybelline, Revlon, and then finally I did narrow down to one particular shade in Maybelline which matched this hand portion here. I don't have any expectation settings. I just didn't want it to look grey. Everything else was just like a grey patch. So I was like, hey, you're brownish, I'm game. And that was the darkest shade they had. So if this doesn't match me, well, that's that.
So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour foundation. And now that I look at it, I feel like it's not my skin color. If I want to get makeup that's my shade, usually it's very, very expensive because they're like bigger brands and they have like big shade ranges. I tan very easily, I lose my tan very easily. So I keep having to buy new foundations and I can't keep spending like 3,000, 4,000. I like drugstore foundations a lot. There'll be like 4 shades of like light skin colors and 1 dark shade. And I'm usually between like the darkest light shade and the dark shade that they have. So like usually I have to buy both and mix it.
So this is Huda Beauty's 4-filter foundation and it's in the shade Butter Pecan. So I have to buy foundation online. I've never done this before. I've always been able to test the shade on my skin. I can go for a high-end brand as I've been told. Okay, so I have bumped into Huda which has 30 shades. I don't know how to pick my shade. I seem to have found a website. This latte looks too light for me. The closest is Butter Pecan. Why is every brand so hellbent on calling me chocolate, coconut, badam barfi? Why am I always some food? Why can't it just be like brown, dark brown, kind of brown, Indian brown? Maybe if I was at a store, I'd be able to do this way quicker.
This is a Bobbi Brown foundation. It's skin, long wear, weightless, and it's in the shade Warm Almond. So this foundation that the generous people at BuzzFeed paid for, thank you, is my first foundation that I own. Even though I went to a lot of stores, like I went to Dior, we went to Sephora, and then we finally went to Bobbi Brown, and this was like the first shade that the woman who was helping us out showed us, and it was perfect. Shout out to her. She actually like took me through the whole process of putting on foundation and other makeup as well, and she also said like always put moisturizer before you put in your foundation if you don't have a primer or something.
This looks really orange.
Bye.
Looks really
Okay,
orange.
I'm just gonna try like a little. It's
too light. I don't know how it's gonna blend out to like, okay. I have to blend out my whole neck then. But you know what? I feel like it would match here.
It would match, yeah.
See? Here it matches well. Oh,
Yeah.
this is like fine. Here.
Right,
Look
yeah.
at it. It's like, it's not there.
Yeah.
But my neck, it would not match. And my face, it would not match. And I'm not looking for foundation for my chest.
I don't know if this matches me. I'm regretting buying stuff
Online, yes, from a square. Yeah, obviously.
Oh shit, I'm so scared. It's too light.
Is it?
I think it's
Oh
too
my
light.
god! Uh-oh.
I can already tell.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. You know what? It looks a little light for you though, but I feel like maybe when you blend
Yeah.
it, it will
I agree
like
with-
look better. So hopefully, I hope that will happen with this also.
Yes.
Oh my god,
It's-
I just realized, oh my god, this is so orange.
It's really orange, dude. And also,
Wow.
this was their darkest shade, are you
This
sure?
is the darkest shade that they had.
Oh god, this looks so bad. I can see it. Here I look like I have two faces. Have you seen
His name
Dark
is
Knight?
Harvey something.
Harvey Dent, and like he had like half a face which was like normal, and then like half.
Everyone
a face
has
which was
watched
deformed.
Batman.
That's what I. No, not everyone has watched Batman.
I don't think
Is it as obvious on camera?
I feel this is one of the perils of buying foundation online.
I feel like she does have shades that would match you better.
Yeah.
But then online, I just don't know how you're supposed to get that bang on right.
Dude, you know those annual day school plays where
exactly.
everyone had the same
foundation.
एक teacher का एक compact सबके लिए. This is that. I am now in an annual day school play. Are you still beating
I'm
your
still,
face?
I'm just not moving anywhere, dude. I'm just like, abhi aega.
वो शॉप की लाइटिंग मस्त थी.
That's what I feel as well. Cause like this looked perfect in the mall. I mean in the store. But now like
Honest to God, like, you know, foundations, when they are light, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Not just you, everybody knows. It's grey and people can see it. So the only person who you need to be honest to is yourself. Get a shade that matches you. Nobody is getting fooled by the lighter shade. With mine, I think it was value for money. I agree. I don't think I would buy it only because they're just so off. I know it's an adjustment when you buy like drugstore foundations because I mean the price point is of course amazing. For 30 ml of product, if you're paying just 700 bucks, it really does seem like value for money. Coverage wise, you can manage. If you're on a budget and if it's not too orange for you, this is definitely orange on everybody. But if you find a shade, I think the Super Stay is worth a try.
this was for 1200 rupees. Because I have spent more on foundation, I don't feel as bad. That doesn't suit me, but I still feel bad. The really sad thing though is they had 6 colors I think, and this was the 5th color, and then the one right after this was like too dark for me.
Which is funny because I'm like a little bit darker than you. And I would also have to use that one.
Yeah.
If I had bought this in the correct shade, probably bought it offline, I still wouldn't have used this because it's cream. And I have had experience with creamy foundations and they melt off my face in seconds. As someone who sweats a lot in general, this wouldn't have lasted on my face in Bombay weather. So maybe I would not like splurge on this. I felt it spread really easily.
well.
Yeah, it's
Very
spread
nice and
really easily.
liquid,
And like
so-
it took no time to apply it, which I really appreciate because I'm not someone who's very patient with makeup. But if it's not gonna last, I'm not gonna buy it.
It normally always feels dry, but this doesn't feel dry. It actually feels moisturizing in a way. Or maybe that's just the moisturizer we put before. But yeah, it feels light and I think it's adding some glow. So that's nice. Interesting story is when I walked into the store and there were like all these brands and I was like Givenchy and my friend was like Givenchy and I was like औकात औकात में रह के हम ये नहीं खरीदेंगे.
You are trying to hit an Indian market, right, which has brown people, but you're going to hit the 15% that are lighter toned.
Yeah.
And you're going to feed this idea that beauty is like only appeals to lighter skinned people. And it's really unfair because like India, we have such varied shade ranges. We are a great market for beauty. People are spending money on
A lot of money.
Even if you do find the brand offline, they don't have all the shades in stores. Why can't you do that?
There's so many brown girls. We're all going there, staring at the bottle, going, "Ye mera shade nahi hai. Help us out already."
We're ready to buy your makeup.
We are ready to
You have to
spend.
just cater to us.
We were ready to spend that kind of money, but like apparently not.
If you like this video, like, share
And instead of subscribing to conventional and ideal beauty standards, subscribe to BuzzFeed India.